Alright guys, in this video I'm going to be explaining how I made $9,083 in 23 minutes. Here's a screenshot. This is what I do pretty much every single day. I don't make $9,000 every single day, but this is the same strategy that I use every single day, and this is a strategy that's gotten me profitable. There's so many strategies out there. Like if you search up trading strategy on YouTube, you're going to get 20 billion, and they're so complicated, they don't make any sense. They need you to have this indicator along with this time frame analysis. It's like, bro, what are you talking about? It doesn't make any sense. This is one strategy which actually makes sense. Like when I perform the strategy, I actually know what I'm doing. It makes sense to me. It's super simple. This is a strategy that's actually gotten me profitable. So we're gonna go over the strategy in detail today. I'm gonna explain how you can do it so that you can also start making this money, because it's possible. And 9K, this is not even a lot. There's people out here making 10 times more than me. So if I can do it, there's no reason you can't do it. So let's begin. I'm gonna explain everything. Watch till the end, make notes. Let's just dive right in. So this is a quick overview of the trade. So you can see I entered over here and I exited over here. Now I could have made a lot more, right? I could have tripled my money today. I could have made a crap ton of money, but I only took this much. Imagine if I only took this much, I made 9 grand. Like this is the power of the strategy. Like you can make a lot of money in a small amount of time, and you don't even need that big. You don't need to catch that big of a trade. This is the thing I like about the strategy. Let's get into it. So this strategy revolves around trading gappers. Now, what is a gapper? I'm gonna explain to you what a gapper is. So if you're in the community, you know you can go to the course, and in the course, I'm gonna play you a small snippet of what a gapper actually is. So let's play the snippet. A gap is pretty much where a stock closes normal market hours low, and the next day it opens normal market hours higher. See this? You see it has like a little bit of a gap. That's why it's called a gap. Now, the reason this happens is very simple. Overnight, something just happened, right? There was good news. The CEO said something. They made a big cancer discovery, whatever. And because of that, the stock goes up. So they announced the news to the world. The traders see it and they start buying the stock. And because of that, the stock starts going up. So that was just a little snippet from the course. Let's get back to the video. So again, pretty much a gapper is just when the stock closes like over here the day before, and the next day it opens all the way up over here. This like big gap over here is why it's called a gap, because there's a big gap in the chart. Now, the reason we trade this is for a couple of reasons, but the most important thing is a lot of people in the whole wide world are looking at the same gappers. Every single day, there's only so many stocks that are gapping, and because of that, everyone's looking at the same 2, 3, 4, 5 stocks. And so it creates a shit ton of volatility. That's one of the main reasons. But let's go through some of the basics of gap trading. Let's go through these 3 points one by one. First thing is, we want to trade volatile stocks. This is what I mentioned. Volatility is super important. If you have a stock that's just going sideways like this, you're just not going to make any money. You need stocks to go down, up, up, down, down. You need this stuff, because if you can capitalize on like a tiny portion like this amount, that's all you need. You just made your money, right? You cannot capitalize on anything when it's going sideways. So that's one of the main reasons we trade gappers, is because they're extremely volatile. Second thing is, we want quick moves, right? Again, we don't want to wait all day for a stock to slowly go up. We don't want this. We want quick moves up so we can capitalize on this big move. Trade, boom, let's go, finish. That's what we want. And the last thing is, we want to be done early in the trading day. We don't want to get to a point where we're staring at the screen for like 5 hours with like 15 alerts set up and your eyes are fucking bleeding. You're like, oh fuck, I just want this to end. Like, we don't want to get to that point. We want to go in to a stock, enter, exit within like 30 minutes, boom, you're done for the day. You can enjoy the rest of your day. That is what we want, and that is what gap trading helps us achieve. Here is the exact strategy. In front of you, you can see 5 different steps. We're gonna go through all of the steps step by step, and I'll explain everything so you can copy this by yourself. Let's begin. So step number 1 is very important. It is the stock screener. Now people ask me this shit all the fucking time, bro. Everyone asks me this. Do not overcomplicate this, right? Go just use any stock screener. You can use FinViz, there's TradingView, you can do whatever. I personally use TradingView because it's just the most simple one. Do whatever, bro. Don't overcomplicate like step number 1, right? Just go to a random screener. I use TradingView, use that if you want. If you want to use something else, use that. But the most important thing is you need to sort by gap percentage. So you need a list of gappers, and you need to look for stocks that are gapping up at least 20%. So if you look at this picture right over here, this is the stock scanner for today. This is look at it. So we have the tickers over here. Here's like name of the tickers, Here's the name of the companies. We can see the gap percentage. And you can see the highest gapper is 133%. The lowest gapper is 23%. This is exactly what we want. If you can have a list with the company names over here and the gap percentage over here, you're good to go. Now, step 2 is to create a watch list. So once you have these 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 stocks, whatever there are, you want to create a watch list. You want to have maybe 2 or 3 stocks that you really think will make a move. That is the most important thing. We're filtering out the bad ones like this one and this one, this one, this one. We're only keeping the ones that we like, and we're watch listing them. This is super important because we're only going to be trading 1 per day. We're not going to be trading 20 per day, just 1 per day. And there's 2 things you need to look out for. The first thing is high volume and a support level. And the second thing is a small float. It's very helpful to have a small float and a small market cap. So if we look at the pre-market charts of these gappers, literally these gappers right over here, if we look at the pre-market charts of these, you can see a couple of things. The first thing is this has 0 volume. This has no volume. The stock price is teleporting. It's over here, then it's over here, then it's up over. It's weird. Doesn't make any sense. There's no volume. This is not going to go up because there's just no volume. This one, for example, is a winner. And one of the reasons it's a winner is look at the volume. There's a lot of volume. There's a lot of consistent volume. And you can see throughout the whole pre-market, there's volume. This is exactly what we want. This isn't everything. Obviously, there's multiple things you need to look out for, but this is just one of the specific things. Now, obviously, if you're in the community, I tell you which stocks. I watch listed for you. You don't have to do this. Now, step number 3 is to buy. Again, we're only going to be buying 1 stock. And we're going to be buying it not immediately, not exactly when the market opens. That's a very bad idea because you just don't know where the stock's going to go, right? The stock might dip 20% and then it might start going up. But because you bought as soon as it opened, you're going to lose 20%. So you don't want to be in that position. That is why we only enter when stock confirms support. Like, just remember that. We only enter when stock confirms support. Never any other time. So if you look at this picture over here, this is exactly when I entered the stock that may be $9,000. This is the $9,000 trade, and this is exactly where I entered. I identified the pre-market gapper that we just talked about, and I saw that there was a support area around about here, like 385. And I said, all right, let's see what the stock does when it reaches 385 when market opens. And you can see it went down and it quickly got bought back up. And because it quickly got bought back up, I was like, all right, it's found support, I'm going to enter. And so this is exactly, this price over here is exactly where I entered. That's how simple it is. It makes sense. Everything makes sense. It's logical. There's no bull flag, moon flag, the half moon, like none of this stuff. Everything makes sense. Now, step number 4 is to sell. Obviously, it's time to take profit. Now, there's 3 main reasons why I would sell. 3 main reasons, and that's it. The first one is VWAP resistance. The second one is pre-market high, and the third one is $half-dollar whole dollar resistance. Now let's go through them step by step. VWAP just means this line over here. This line over here is called VWAP. Now, if the stock happened to, let's say, go down over here and it opened right over here, if I ended up buying it over here, I might sell it when it goes up and up and up and it touches VWAP. If it touches VWAP, I'm going to sell. That's one time that I might sell. The next thing I said was pre-market high. So you can see in this stock, the pre-market high is going to be somewhere over here. So if this stock continues going up over here and touches the pre-market high level, I'm going to sell, right? And the third case is $half-dollar whole dollar resistance. So, and this is the reason I sold it today. So you can see this is when I sold. This is when I bought. It went up. And as soon as it hit $5, this is the exact $5 mark. As soon as it hit $5, I sold. Why? Because it's the $half-dollar whole dollar resistance. There's always going to be resistance at the next dollar. $4 is going to be resistance. $5 is going to be resistance. $6 is going to be resistance. These levels are going to be resistance, and that's why I sold it at $5. That's the whole strategy. It took me like 20 something minutes, 22, 23 minutes to make this much. That's how simple it can be. Now, step number 5 is to repeat. This is the most important thing. The strategy won't work. None of this will work if you just do it once and then you give up, or you never start it, or you're too nervous. It's never going to work. You need to repeat this every single day. You need to. And when you're starting out, don't just go in with all of your money. So if you have 10K saved up, don't just put $10,000 into a stock. Like you do not know what you're doing. The best thing to do is to start with a paper account, a simulator, just with fake money. So you can practice the strategy, get used to it, have some real world experience, and once you actually have it, then you can go in with your real money. And another thing I would really like to add is you need to analyze every single one of your trades. I think one of the reasons I'm so successful at this is because I analyze literally every single trade. I take a moment to myself after I make a trade and I literally make a video. I make a video with every single trade. I make a video and I tell myself, okay, why did you buy it? Why did you sell it? How much money did you make? Could you have made more? Are there any mistakes that you made? What did you do today that sucked so that tomorrow you don't make those mistakes again? And once you do this stuff, you start slowly improving and improving. You're never going to get this if you just never analyze your trades. You're just going to be stagnant and you're going to be wondering, I made money today. Yesterday I lost money. I lost money today. Like, it's just going to be stagnant. If you want to have this growth, you need to analyze every single trade that you make. So now I'll show you some proof that this works for me and it works for a bunch of others. So here I have my community, the Drako room. Here I'm in my wins channel. I have a bunch of other channels. You can have all these channels when you join, but in the wins channel, you can see people are making money every single day. Luke today, he made $1,537. Nick made $1,454. OLVR made $896. Taz made $1,864. Freddie made $56. He made $12. He made $400. 19%, 78, 103, 1,007, 725. People are making wins like literally every single day. It's mad. Once you join the community, you also get access to the watch list channel. This is where I do all the work for you. I go through each one of the scanners. Remember we were talking about the stock screener? I go through each of the stocks in the stock screener and I make a watch list. I tell you guys all the stocks that are interesting to me and I tell you guys the support levels. I literally tell you guys the support. I do all the work for you. When you're in the community, you also get a full course, and along with that, you get every single one of my trade reviews. Like I mentioned, every single time I make a trade, I make a review. This is the trade review for the trade I took. Again, same exact thing. MLGO, this was a stock I traded, $9,083. This is the exact trade. I made a video, I explained everything, why I entered, why I exited, and I do this for every single trade that I make. If it's a win, it's a loss, it's whatever, I literally make a video explaining every single one of my trades. So if you do want to join the community, click the first link in the description now to join for free, because I am going to be closing the group soon to just focus on the members. So if you do want to get inside and have all of those benefits, click the first link in the description now to join for free. If you guys want to watch a video where I explain the one mistake which will wreck your trading account, click the video that just popped up on the top left. It goes through this one mistake I made, I fixed it, and I finally started becoming profitable. Definitely go check that video out, it's very good. And on the right, guys, subscribe, obviously, like, subscribe, everything. Thank you guys for watching the video, I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next one, peace.